Folks, I'm telling you, in my 20 years around the league, as a scout, as an analyst, as someone who's seen the ins, outs, and hidden corners of NFL talent, I've never seen anything like what's unfolding right now. This isn't a routine rumor. This isn't some vague speculation. What I'm about to tell you could reshape the NFL landscape entirely, and I promise, what's coming will blow your mind. There's a secret in the shadows of the NFL fraternity right now. Something so explosive that it has the potential to change a franchise's destiny in ways even the most seasoned insiders haven't dared to imagine. I've got sources, I've got intel, and I've got a strong feeling that what's happening behind closed doors goes far beyond just a simple trade. This is a seismic shift, a chapter that will be remembered for decades. Now, don't just listen, watch. Because what I'm about to reveal is not for everyone. It's for those who want the real truth, who crave the unfiltered, raw inside scoop that only a select few know. If you're serious about understanding what's happening, then hit that subscribe button, pound that like, and activate that notification bell. Because you've just entered the inner circle, and what I'm about to lay out could be the biggest story of 2026. Forget the rumors flying around. Forget the headlines. The real story is happening right now, in the shadows of New York, in whispers shared between front offices, agents, and some of the most powerful figures in the NFL. And the centerpiece of it all, Drake Maye, the young quarterback we all thought was just another bright star. But what if I told you that Maye isn't just a rising superstar? That his next move, potentially a blockbuster trade, could be the domino that launches the New York Giants into a new era of dominance. Stay with me because what I'm about to uncover is so dark, so intense, that it's almost impossible to believe. But I promise this is real. Let's start with the backstory. The Giants, a franchise starving for relevance, desperate to shed the scars of their recent rebuild failures and the shadow of mediocrity that has haunted them since their last Super Bowl win in 2011. Since then, it's been a cycle of hope, disappointment, coaching changes, and roster rebuilds. Brian Daboll's arrival brought a spark, a classic next chapter, but reality hit hard. Only 7 wins over the past 2 seasons, a roster still thin in talent, and a fan base yearning for a true franchise QB. They've tried everything, from high draft picks to veteran stopgaps, but nothing has truly solved their core problem, stability at the most critical position. Meanwhile, in the NFL's upper echelons, there's an obsession with young quarterbacks who can not only perform today, but carry a franchise into the future. You know this, I know this, the league now revolves around the next-gen signal caller. And right now, the hottest, most intriguing name is Drake Maye, the kid from North Carolina who wowed scouts with his arm, his mind, and his leadership. But what's most fascinating? His evolution has skyrocketed since his rookie season with the Patriots. He's not just a placeholder or a project anymore. He's a bona fide star, a true MVP contender with analytics to back it up. And here's where it gets wild. Multiple sources within the NFL tell me that the Giants are seriously contemplating a move for Maye. Yes, the same Maye who's been a cornerstone of the Patriots' rise, leading them to the AFC Championship after a stunning 14-win season and earning All-Pro honors in just his second year. This isn't just idle chatter, it's a calculated, strategic effort. The Giants, fresh off their new coaching hire, are not just dipping toes. They want to make a splash so big that the league stops and takes notice. And Maye, with his arm talent, his mobility, his game IQ, and his leadership, fits like a glove. But how could this even happen? Let me take you deep into the mechanics, the dance of NFL trades that many overlook. This is where it gets complex, and this is where the real insider knowledge kicks in. The Patriots, who have been quietly building around Drake Maye, see him as a franchise cornerstone. They might not be interested in simply trading him for a package of picks or middle-tier assets. No, the Patriots, led by Bill Belichick's ruthless analytical eye, would want a haul that can set them up for future success. It's common knowledge in NFL circles that Belichick's approach is very calculated. He's not going to trade his franchise QB just for the sake of it. Unless there's a deal that blows the league away. The Giants, they're prepared to offer multiple first-round picks, possibly a package that includes their 2026 top 5 overall selection, along with a premium young player or two, perhaps a highly valued linebacker or receiver. Rumors suggest that they're even willing to include their 2026 second-rounder in a swap plus some premium assets on top. The Patriots. They'd have to weigh the value of May, a player still on his rookie deal, but already showing MVP-level flashes, against the potential of a full rebuild if they let him go. Now, let's break down the cap gymnastics for this hypothetical blockbuster. Drake May's current contract, a fully guaranteed 4-year deal worth $36.64 million, with the third year kicking in, isn't huge by today's QB standards. That gives the Patriots leverage, especially since his cap hit is around $9 million annually in the early years, a bargain for a star of his caliber. For the Giants, acquiring May would require some creative cap management, probably pushing some veteran contracts into future years or restructuring existing deals. The math is tight but not impossible. The Giants have roughly $48 million in cap space heading into this offseason, so they're not ruled out. What about the fit? Could May thrive in the Giants' scheme? Absolutely. Harbaugh's influence would mean a quarterback who can extend plays, make plays outside the pocket, and attack defenses vertically. May's aggressive downfield passing, combined with his dual-threat ability, mirrors what Harbaugh's had with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. Think about it, a quarterback who can stretch defenses with his arm, then pick up yards with his legs when needed. That's a nightmare for defenses, especially in a league that's increasingly mobile and dynamic. May's college tape shows a player with exceptional pocket presence, quick decision-making, and a nose for big plays. Statistically, the case for May is overwhelming. Last season, he threw for over 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, and an absurd 72% completion rate, leading the NFL in accuracy and passer rating. His advanced metrics, QBR of 77.1, top tier. He's a clutch performer with a high ceiling. His deep ball accuracy, elite. NFL Next Gen stats show he completed over 61% of passes of 10 or more yards in 2025, among the best in the league, if not the best. And in clutch moments, he's shown he can deliver, a game-winning drive against the Ravens, a 60-yard bomb to bout in the playoffs. The scouts rave about his ability to elevate his team's offense and his leadership. That's off the charts. A true field general. But it's not just about talent. It's about potential. The Giants see an organization that's been stuck in neutral, searching for that franchise signal caller who can serve as a cornerstone for years to come. And May, with his poise, his arm, and his ceiling, fits that mold perfectly. If they make this move, he'd be the face of Big Blue for the next decade. A quarterback who commands respect, who brings excitement, and who can finally deliver the Super Bowl they've been chasing since 2011. So how would this trade work? Well, if I were to map it out, and trust me, I've analyzed dozens of these deals, it would probably go like this. The Giants send a combination of their first-round picks in 2026, possibly a top 5, a promising young player or two, and maybe a mid-round pick or a player salary swap. The Patriots, they want that assets haul plus possibly a veteran player to soften the transition. A package like a first-rounder, a young star like Jalen Hyatt, and a mid-round pick might just do the trick. The impacts? Insane. The Patriots would get assets to rebuild on the fly, perhaps targeting offensive linemen or defensive stars in the draft or free agency. The Giants? They'd be locking in a generational talent who could instantly elevate their offense, turn around a struggling franchise, and ignite their fan base. This isn't hype, it's a real possibility, and insiders are whispering that the Giants are betting big. But what about the fallout? The NFL is a small world. Other teams are watching, rivals are nervous, and covert negotiations are underway. The league's biggest power brokers are laying the groundwork, and if this happens, it'll set off a chain reaction that changes everything. The Patriots, with their rich history of trading stars, could flip May for a treasure trove. The Giants. They'd finally punch through the glass ceiling and become instant contenders. Now, I know what you're asking. How credible is all this? Well, let me tell you, sources close to the situation say that the talks are serious and have reached a point where a deal could be finalized before the NFL draft. Yes, it's that close. And the timing. Just right for March, when the league's free agency and draft frenzy begin. This isn't some fantasy. This is a real, tangible plan. And ultimately, look at the big picture. The NFL's landscape is shifting fast. Young quarterbacks like May, with their elite arm talent and leadership, are now the most coveted assets in the entire league. The Giants, under Harbaugh's leadership, see a chance to grab one and redefine their future. It's a classic NFL power play, and the stakes could not be higher. So buckle up, because what's happening behind the scenes right now is nothing short of historic. Drake May, the kid everyone's been talking about, might be the next great franchise quarterback and the key piece in the ultimate NFL chess match. The league's future is about to change, and trust me, you'll want to be front and center when it does. This isn't just a rumor. It's a revolution waiting to happen, and I promise you've never seen anything like it. Keep your eyes peeled. The real story is just beginning.